Right, just close close all my Pornhub browsers quickly. I think they're all closed. No, I don't watch porn, don't worry. No, I wanted to pop out the chat. Where is it? Top chat? Pop out. How do I pop it out? There we go. I love popping out chats. It's one of my favourite things to do on a Friday night. Gutted, never found the time to send in mine because I was so busy with collab work. Well, in the words of the Frenchman from The Matrix, how can you have time if you do not take it? So that's one thing to consider, isn't it? I think I'm gonna leave up the YouTube chat. Heavy in the building. Absolute G. Can't wait to listen to yours, mate. Especially seeing as you're going to throw me off with a colourful version. Very excited for that. Discord crew, where are you at? Right. Use the YouTube chat. So it's easier if we're all chatting in YouTube, I think. It's probably a bit easier. Just waiting for some people to get in. No, man. No, I've not listened to any of them. I literally just tested the audio now for a split second to make sure that it was actually working. So yeah, it's the first time. The first time that I am hearing any of them. So I'm very, very excited. You'll see the unfiltered natural reaction. Yes. Reebs is in the house as well. She's here to see what you guys have done to her voice, for better or worse, I suppose. Yeah, just waiting for a couple of people to join, because I'm going to start with actually it's in no particular order either, and I wanted to actually start with playing my own version of the song, or the original, but I reckon I'll probably get copyright striked for playing my own song again, and then it will like probably take down the lime stream. Yes, Reebs. I think the boys have been enjoying working on your vocals for sure. Also, today I've managed to drink or / not drink any alcohol for a whole month. And Mr. Ride, right, we're gonna finish this once and for all, Jason. So although this comes from a place of love, but it's without an S, please, sir. Yes, Mark's in the house. Chris is in the house. Oh, mostly all the crew are here. There'll be like some randomer that turns up and says something rude, and we'll have to remove him as normal. But yeah, man, 1 month no booze. Thanks for that, Heavy. I'm actually feeling really good, and I might continue it, because it's like when I don't set myself rules, I end up just drinking like way too much, and then get nothing done. Yeah. Digipax, hope you're feeling all right after your little hospital trip, mate. Yeah, come on, mate. Come on, Jason Ride. I've told you this. Chris, him in-house from Puerto Rico. All right, we got Heavy from Berlin. We got Digipax from, I think it's Cologne, isn't it? Reebs repping the UK. Jason DJ Ride repping the UK. Mark repping the UK. No Comply. Chris repping the UK. Chris, him, absolute legend, big supporter since almost since day one as well. From Puerto Rico, my G. He's submitted a remix as well. Shall we jump straight into it then? What do you guys think? Write like a put a P in the chat if I should play the first song. If I get 5 P's, then I'll start playing. What's up, Adam? So DTX is Bloodshot. Nice one for joining Patreon recently. Shout out the Texas gang. Bloodshot, friends with Collide, I think. I'm remembering everything right. Kerry from Texas. That's cool. We got 2Ps. We got 3Ps. We got loads of Ps. Wow. All right. Rec Eve is in. All right. The chat is popping off. Let's jump in. Let's jump straight into it. I'm going to put my headphones on. And I don't know if Bezoar is here. Maybe if he's a bit late, then maybe I'll start with someone who's already in the chat. So what I bring up? Let's bring up Mr. Ride to the top, and we'll start with Jason because he's managed to make it. So yes, this is DJ Ride, aka Jason from London, one of the nicest blokes I've ever had the pleasure of mentoring, and yeah, absolute legend in the game. Oh, Max is here. All right, wait, I'm going to move it back down then because it was the original order. Sorry. All right, we're going to start with Max. So Max Bezoar just joined the squad recently. I'm not actually sure. I think you think you might have told me if you're in Germany or Europe or somewhere. I can't really remember, mate. So write in the chat where you're actually living. But yeah, let's start off with Bezoar then.
Too great.
top points for the outro there as well. I love that little piano, little tickle at the end. Yeah, what a way to start things off, to kick off the proceedings. That was very, very impressive. And first track I've ever heard from Bezoar from Austria. Welcome to the squad, mate. I really like that. It's very, very creative. This isn't supposed to be a feedback stream, but I just that main mid bass, I wish it was a bit processed a little bit more. But it's a fantastic composition. I love the changes in flow. Really enjoyable to listen to the whole way through. Anyway, yeah, I'm not going to be like a feedback, like, I don't know, what word am I looking for? Yeah, overly pedantic about everyone today because we're celebrating. So let's jump straight into the next one. And do we go straight into Heavy's Colourful Mix second? I think we should, because it's kind of there already. And I've been very looking forward to hearing this one. I think Heavy's come sort of in second place, I think twice in the previous competitions or something like that. But anyway, Heavy from Berlin, good friend. And yeah, let's jump straight into Heavy's Colourful Remix.
Too great. too great.
Oi! I think I chopped off the end of the file there. I didn't know it was going to be still fading out. But blimey, that was a piece of art, wasn't it? He's beaten you all with the length of the track anyway. There's almost like 3 drops, isn't there? It's a snare overload, isn't it? I love the syncopation, but it's don't be annoyed. It's okay. We will. Do you know what? I mean, let's just for the sake of, because I'm feeling so nice today. I'm doing this with my left hand as well, so bear with me. Oh dear. Oh no. What have I done? Hang on. Sorry. Oh dear. Okay. Right. We're gonna bring it all the way out. There we go. Right. Let's just quickly listen to the end.
Too great.
As a very long fade out. I like that. Yeah, honestly, I mean, I've always thought Heavey has been an absolutely amazingly talented producer, and there's always been like one little thing that's annoyed me with his songs that I'm just like, this little 1%. But this time you've done it. You've really smashed the mix down. It's like you've sort of leveled up your mix down to sort of, you know, that sort of desirable level now. So well done. That's really, really amazing. I'll be surprised if someone beats it, but maybe they will. Who knows? I think I've got a couple of new people in here I've never heard before. I know there's some good talent in here already as well in the squad below. But yeah, that is absolutely amazing. That really, yeah, I'm very blown away. I love the percussion, and I love the drop. It's so heavy, and it's almost like it's almost relentlessly. A lot of parts are like relentlessly, I don't want to say dry, but like relentlessly sort of just down the middle, like no messing around, just purely rhythm. You know, I would just imagine you can just skank to this like super hard in the club. It's just like dance to this now, or, you know, or die. So yeah, I really like that. Polymetrics, yeah, fantastic use of rhythms there. Really, really amazing. Yeah, really, really like that, mate. Anyway, let's move on to the next one then, which is from Basilar. I'm not sure if Basilar is here in the chat. If you are, please speak up and say hi. But I believe Basilar is from Colombia, from Bogota, I believe. So, ya tu sabe, let's get into it. Wow, that was very unexpected, wasn't it, gang? Gang. I don't know why I said gang. I never say that in real life. Yeah, that was awesome though. I really like that. And I don't know if Basilar's awake yet because I think it's almost 11 a.m. in Colombia. So I don't know if he made it. Maybe he's still asleep. Don't know what time he wakes up. But that was really sick though, wasn't it? I love the it's a great mix down as well. I love the low end and the kick in it. The kick was dope as well. Love the vibe, very unexpected. Reminds me a little bit of DJ Ride's vibe. So maybe we'll have something similar from Ride. We'll see. Yeah, it's a nice jungle vibe. We could really make a diverse EP here with the submissions so far. A very nice kind of melodic one, which was actually quite progressive in the end. The first one from Bezoar. Heavy just absolutely smashing it with the neuro polyrhythmic chaos. Very nice and jungly, this one. Yeah, it was a pleasure to listen to. I really had a good time on that. So big ups to you, Basilar, when you eventually join or rewatch this. Let's jump into the next track then, which it comes from straight out of Texas, man like Collide, currently at work, absolute legend. Had the pleasure of chatting on a Zoom meeting recently, and yeah, just want to say shout out to all the Texas crew. Big up John in the house as well. I don't think, John, you haven't done a remix, have you? No. Do we have any other Texan remixes? Oh yeah, Bloodshot. So we got 2 Texan remixes in the house today. Anyway, yeah, I've not actually. I don't. Oh yeah, Collide sent me a video on Instagram, but I tried not to listen, so I haven't really heard this at all, to be honest. Even though he sent me a little story, but I tried not to. I tried to ignore the audio. Let's go with Collide then, because it's the first song I've actually heard from Collide ever. So yeah, very excited. Let's go. Wow, wow, wow. You have surprised me very, very much there. That was absolutely sick. Was not expecting that, to be honest. And the reason why I wasn't expecting that is I don't know why I think like this, but I think because when I started the Patreon and Discord like 2 years ago, the quality was just so much lower than it is now from what I hear from you guys. So I'm just like blown away always, and I'm just like, oh dear, I need to up my game a bit more, don't I? Um, I love any track that he's played right now. Great stuff. Oh my god, I was literally doing Gunfinger Skank at the same time. Reeves, my sis in the house on the same wavelength, innit? I like this. It's kind of haunting. Yeah, it is. There's a song, there's a track it really reminds me of. I can't remember off the top of my head, but it's this. It's this over the top like almost reverbed big room drum breaks like. Oh, what is this? I will send you the tune that it reminds me of. Like when I come to think of it, it's a tune that I always have in my head and I always forget who it's by. But anyways, it's that like. It's emphasizing the huge like drum sound in front of everything. So it's really drum and bass, like classic kind of sound. Super nice. Really tickled my fancy, that one. I mean, I've loved all of them so far, but I'm really like just keeping it G. I'm overly impressed with Heavey and with Collide at the moment. They're both absolutely fantastic. The other two have been great. Don't get me wrong, they've both been wicked, but Heavey and Collide so far have just really tickled my my chin. Yes. Great. Wow. So let's move on because we can't be here all night, can we? So now I've got Rekiv, who is a former student of mine and a young lad. Very nice. And let's see what he's been up to, shall we? Young Kevin. Wow. Kevin, my G. Yeah, I just remembered he's from Belgium. I think from Ghent, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, young lad, like I said, very, very nice guy. Had a couple of sessions, and then massively improved since I last heard from you, Kevin. That's an absolute banger. That was really creative composition. Before, your sound design was very, very different. It was very experimental. But before, it's experimental sound design, it wasn't quite contextualized in a song format or very sort of nice and easy to follow. But now it is, and this is exactly what I was hoping would happen. I just want a bit more improvement on the mixdown still. Some of the details need to be brought out in the high end a bit more. You can slam some of that high end up a little bit more in certain places. But that was very... Sorry, I'm going into like feedback mode again, just my natural state. Yeah, it was incredible. You're right there, Reeves. And the composition, I love the drop part, and the kind of switch ups and like the funk on it, the groove on it, the sound design. Yeah, absolutely all wicked, mate. Really, really well done, mate. Big up the Belgium crew in the house. Right, let's jump straight over to the one who calls me Mr. Artifacts with an S. DJ Ride, actually A1 since day one, patron supporter of like 2 years, absolute G. Thanks a lot for all your support along the way and everything, sir. And yeah, Jason, Mr. DJ Ride, 365 songs a year, they call him. This man has an output which is just beyond understanding how many songs he creates. Anyway, without further ado, let's get into Jason, Mr. Ride. Nice little vengeance crash cymbal to finish it off. That was wicked, man. That was like a new style of ride that I've not heard before. But like little detectable ride elements, like those little bells in the background at the end. That was like, can't have a DJ ride song without some cheeky bells in there. You've really leveled up, mate, as well. Like, especially on the drop, like the kind of composition was like, yeah, the groove was on fire, mate. It was a kind of flavour and style from you that I was not used to yet. It's like you've kind of gone a little bit more modern with this one, and it's worked for you, definitely. Sorry, I'm super loaded up on caffeine right now. I don't know if this has actually got caffeine in it. I think it's just... oh, yeah, it does have... oh, damn it. I'm definitely not sleeping tonight. Yeah, that was sick, mate. That was sick. Is it might be my favourite one I've heard from you so far, to be fair. Yeah. Really, really great. Really great, man. Drums are heavy as hell as well. Like you guys said in the comments, they are massive. And the fills wicked as well. Anyway, we must continue. So let's go on to Mr. Digipax, who is hopefully still around in the chat. But yeah, Grey Remix Digipax from Cologne, I believe. Well done to all the entries, indeed. Let's get on with it.
The harder you look at me, I turn to grey. I fade to grey.
Wow, another absolute banger in my opinion. And yes, like the chat, I can agree with most of the chat. It's a very different take on the original, a different vibe on the same song. I love that. I love that. Resonate said something really interesting. Well done to all entries. Takes bottle to put yourself out there. It definitely does. But yeah, since day one, I've been trying to fight for this because you need to put your stuff out there because no one cares actually apart from you, like how good your stuff is, because everyone's just thinking about their own stuff. So it really doesn't matter. Just put it out there, and then you'll always be able to improve from the feedback, and you'll just get much better. So many people are too scared, and it's really something that I just try to fight against always, and encourage people. We're all here to learn, and there's no judgment at all. But yeah, it's an interesting comment, and yes, I'm glad that you're enjoying it, Reebs, having your vocal played around with in different ways. And yeah, big ups to you, Marty. Yeah, we've got some real talent in this squad. And Collide, don't tell me you worked 8 hours on that, mate. It sounds like I know you did it quite quickly, but it sounds like a masterpiece already, your one. Great, though. And I love So what I've noticed with Digipacks is you're very heavy on the effects sounds, like these kind of FX things peppered on top always. And at the beginning, I was like feeling it on your older stuff. I was feeling like it was a bit overused, but now I'm sort of used to it, and I kind of like it more on this one. And it's definitely by far the best song I've heard from you so far. And let's just have one quick recap on that drop. It's a real like soundscape world in there, but it's all very clean and well mixed, and yeah, really nice different vibe. Really nice different take on Grey. So yeah, really impressed by that one, mate. Well done for that. All right, now we're gonna move into another. I can't do a Texan accent, sorry. Can I? I can. I just feel a bit under pressure because I'm on camera. But if I wasn't on camera, I'd do a really good Texan accent right now. Anyway, Grey, Bloodshot remix, and I believe that you joined like yesterday or something. Oh, sorry, DTX is Bloodshot, isn't it? I keep getting you confused. Yes, I believe you joined like yesterday, so you've made this in like one day, and that probably explains why it's quite short. But let's get into it. Bloodshot remix. I will. We don't take too kindly to strangers round these parts. Now go on, get back inside. There you go. That's the Texan accent. Rate it on a scale of 1 to 10. Yeah, thanks for that, Mr. Bloodshot, sir. I think seeing as you only joined yesterday, I think you did, didn't you? And then you've sort of knocked this up quite quickly. I cannot. I don't know. It's a little bit short for a full remix, but it's very nice to hear it anyway. Welcome to the squad. Nice to hear your sound design. Some very creative things in there. I really. That snare, we push the high end up on it. Push the high end up. Then it would be much, much nicer. It's just a little bit dull, but sorry, I'm trying not to be too feedbacky today. I've done a better Texan accent than a Texan. Well, that's good. I actually had a Texas barbecue pizza last night. Not sure if you need to know that, but hello Shelby and Rogers. That's my friend. I think you're friends with Mr. Bloodshot. Who's Bloodshot? Bloodshot. What's your real name then? Because I only know you. DTX. You're Bloodshot. Who are you? And Kerry's asking a good question. Yes, we would need an extended version, really, but you only joined yesterday, didn't you? So I actually, I'm getting too feedbacky, I'm saying. I started the competition around about exactly a month ago, so I gave people a month because sometimes people get busy with their lives and they run away from my Discord for a week or so and then come begging back, and then they're like, oh, what have I missed? So I thought if I give you a month, then if you're away for a week, you come back, you've still got 3 weeks. That's plenty of time. I reckon most people would have spent like 2 weeks on average. I've got no idea, to be honest, though. I don't know. Heavey probably teleported back in time and worked on it for a year, I reckon. But yeah, we'll see. Anyway, Colt Black. I don't know if he's here. I hope he is. Callie, can you say hi in the chat if you're here? Because I normally would have heard from him, and if he's not here, I might just put that down a little bit to the end because I'd like him to be present if possible. But I think that Chris Him is in the house. So let's crack on with Chris Him next from Puerto Rico. Absolute G since day one. Yeah, Chris Him remix. Let's get into it.
Away.
Ya tu sabe. Wow. Well done, Chris Him. It's 100% my favourite song that I've heard from you so far. I love the fact you said it was a special project for you. Means a lot to me too, mate. Yeah, big ups, man. Some really nice rhythms and nice flow on the bass line there. I definitely would say it's my favourite song I've heard from you that you've produced. So it's wonderful to know that you're really moving forward with your production, mate. Well done. Audio artisan in the house. Hello, how's it going? Menacing vibe, definitely agree. Ominous, menacing. People are liking the bass, liking the kind of analog flavour of the bass. Yeah, I like the rhythm of it. I like the kind of pattern and the movement you put into it. Yeah, definitely best one from you so far, buddy. DJ Ride, been on yet? We've got a DJ Ride fan club member in the house. How many fans do you have, DJ Ride? I bet it's probably upwards from 4 million. And yeah, let's crack on then, because we've got 3 left to get through, and then I have to make a very, very difficult decision on what the top 3 are. So let's crack on with my other absolute G, A1 since day one, Chris from England. I think it wasn't Essex, was it? It was oh my god, I've forgotten now. I even posted you something once, I think, from somewhere in England. Brent, something with B, I think. Oh, I'm so sorry. Anyway, big ups, Chris from England. No Comply. Also, been in the squad since I started ages ago. Absolute. Really appreciate all your support, mate. And yeah, did you send me a new version as well? Because you sorry, but you said you had a mixdown issue, didn't you? And it's in there now. I mean, because I think I've still got your old one from your you left something on the master or something, didn't you? Maybe I should quickly download the new one. I'm really sorry for this, guys. I think maybe it would do Chris a bit more justice if I download the version that I'm supposed to use. So while that's doing, let's just have a chat. I mean, it won't take that long, will it? It's going to be done in 2 seconds. Nah, mate, it's all right. We'll let him wait. Let him wait for it. You know. I mean, it's already almost halfway done. So this is the No Comply remix, and I think you used some kind of headphone like mastering thing on the master by accident, didn't you? Download was too much. Hang on. Hopefully you don't see my porn anywhere. No, just Curb Your Enthusiasm. Just joking, I don't actually watch porn. Sample rate conversion. Alright, I think this is the right one. It better be. Anyway, this is going to be the one anyway. So let's get into it. Chris, aka No Comply. No Comply, Grey remix by No Comply. Hello, No Comply, Grey remix. Let's go. Wow, wow, wow. What a story that song was. And my favourite part was still the drop though, you know, where it was a lot more space and there was such a nice kind of groove. Let's just rewind that drop with one moment selector. I absolutely love that. Just that section is dope. That really made me skank out hard. Skank it hard, baby. Yeah, so Chris no comply from the place in England, which I can't remember the town name, which is really annoying me. Since day one when I've been doing feedback, he's always had long tracks and they always tell a long story and it's always so progressive. It's just change after change all the way, and that's kind of his style. And I used to always sort of stop listening or cut him off sort of just before the end, and he'd get really mad at me and say, "What are you doing? You'd listen to it all the way to the end, you idiot." So this time I made sure not to make that mistake again. Fantastic. Yeah, really like the mix down as well, especially, you know, I don't often skank out to like every song. Well, I definitely don't skank out to every song, but that one really made me skank out on the drop. So you've definitely achieved that. Yeah, absolutely wicked. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed working with the stems. I thought you might actually, because I remember you had a few. We tried to use a few vocals for songs before, and it never really seemed to have a sort of really great vocal sample to work with. So yeah, I bet you had fun with this one, mate, and it kind of shows as well. Anyway, let me stop rambling. I don't know if Callie, aka Co-op Black, is in the house or not, because he's usually in the chat, but he's not popped up in there yet. So, but we're running out of time, so I've got to crack on anyway. So hopefully, if he's not there, he's going to enjoy watching this on repeat. But Co-op Black, Grey remix. Let's go.
The more that I make believe I fade away, the harder you look at me, I turn to grey. The more that I make believe I fade away, the harder you look at me, I turn to grey. The more that I make believe I fade away, the harder you look at me, I turn to grey. To grey.
Yeehaw, yeehaw indeed. Wonky AF. What does AF stand for? Does it stand for at fire? No, I know what it stands for. I don't know why I said that. Yeah, grimy, definitively a definitive a co-op black track. I agree. It's he's very very. It's a shame you're not here, but when you listens again, he'll listen again. And he's very he's got a lot going on always. A lot of textures, a lot of grimy, gritty textures. And sometimes I want to just minimalize it a bit. You know, what I loved was the drop, and I loved the this little hook. If you listen to the that doom da 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 doom da doom, that like melody and that riff. If that was on like a half-time beat, that would be so sick. Just like yeah. Anyway, I thought I like instantly wanted that to be like a heavy half-time section. But yeah, it's a wicked track anyway, and yeah, it's very cult black. It's there's a lot going on always, and it is a frenetic one. Big ups, John, mate. Yeah, absolute G. Indeed. Let's continue on with the last one then, from my dude Carl from Worthing in the south coast of England, or near Brighton area. Absolute legendary guy. Works as a mechanic for, I think, Mercedes or BMW. I think BMW. Anyway, yeah, it's got a really nice sound on FL Studio, I believe. Still, last submission of the evening, and then I'm going to have to make a horrible decision. But yeah, let's crack on with Carl. Hopefully he's finished work, but I think he's probably still like finishing up or driving home, so he'll have to watch this on repeat as well. Anyway, without further ado, Mr. Carl with his Grey remix.
The more that I make believe I fade away, the harder you look at me, I turn to grey. To grey. Gray. I'm fading away. I'm fading away. The more that I make believe I fade away, the harder you look at me, I turn to grey. To grey. To grey. too great. Too great. Away.
Wow, wow, wow. What a shame I can't tell him to his face because he's not here. But Carl, you've absolutely smashed that one, mate. Again, just getting better and better with every song I hear, and much more of a coherent song structure. Much, longer. A longer. I've always heard his loops, but it's a long song for once, which is great. Fantastic, like overall sound design. You know what I really want in it? It just needs a little bit of a punchier mix down. It's almost like it sort of bounced it out at a bit of a low volume, but it almost just needs to be slammed up a bit harder, and just get that high end especially up a little bit higher. But that was a really, really nice, well written song. I really like that a lot. That's definitely up there for me as well, to be fair. This is where it comes to me having to make a very difficult decision now, isn't it? Well, we've had some great entries, haven't we? I couldn't agree with you more, John. And Heathy in the chat, you need to get some FL goodies for the gang. Yeah, it's crazy we've got so many FL users in the squad, and it's great to have you in there as well, as being someone who works for FL, so that's very, very handy. Everyone's go-to man for FL advice and updates. Yeah, sick. Big tune, LFG. What does LFG stand for? Long. I don't know. I'm not down with the kids. Just joking. You're like 20 years older than me. You can check if that's possible. Yeah, no worries if not, man. Even just having you in the squad is always a great thing to have, mate. Bass is almost like a counter melody, so independent, commenting the rest of the track. Yeah, he's really got a nice call and response going on in that one. I just want that mix down to be slammed up a bit crunchier. Yeah. So. We need to make some decisions here, don't we? I'm gonna have to pick a top three. It's gonna be very difficult. In my mind, I kind of already have two for the top two. The third one is going to be a little bit of a pickup between two. I might have to sort of skip or sort of re-listen, because basically I'm going to judge the song on how much I like it, essentially. But also when it's something that I like, what I like is emotion, impact, and also a great mix down, because I want it to feel like it could be like release worthy, you know. So I have to prioritize the final mix down quality as well, as much as like the vibe. So it's a bit of a balance of both, you know. But I do need that like high quality to like feel like I can pick it for a top three. So because there's a few in there that if the quality was just a little bit better, then the vibe would be just as good, you know. But I have to prioritize the ones that have like that finished sound to them, which I think 3 or 4 of them definitely get up to that level. So let's just have a quick like recap on the drops of some of these quickly. Oh, I think this one drops way later on actually, isn't it?
Away.
Yep. Let's have a quick re-listen to this bad boy. Oh, the textures on there, the way the textures change, just really make me want to go and like, I don't know, jump off a cliff like with a parachute or something and just like fly around and just be like, yeah. How did this one sound again?
Too great,
This is going to be tough because that's almost up there for me.
too great.
Oh my god, that's difficult to decide. That's definitely in my top 3 though, I can tell you that much. True. Yeah, for like the composition and the vibe, that's so up there, but I just want a better mix down on it, a better just needs a bit more of an edge on the mix down still. That's very high up there as well. Jesus, right, this is really difficult. Very nice. Yeah, I won't be able to pick this one, I don't think, because it's a little bit too short anyway, but... Really nice composition though. Bit more of a punchier, crispier snare, that would be sick. The Chris In one was also a banger. It's difficult. No Comply. Let's have one another listen to that little drop there. No Comply won a remix competition of mine back in a year or two ago. Very difficult. Sorry about this. Let's quickly check this one out again. That does have a lot of potential, that one. I don't think it's quite my top 3 though.
Too great.
That's a sick vibe. It's just not quite the best mix down that we could have had with it. It's really difficult. I'm going to have to narrow it down a little bit, so I'm going to have to probably... Oh my god, it's so hard, literally. I know that these two are in there. They're definitely in my top 3. I don't know what the third one is though. What do you guys think for the third one? I mean, I'm really struggling to pick the third of the 3. I really like that one though. It's so different and jungly, but it's it's so difficult. I think with the sort of mix down quality, I'd have to prioritise that one over Bezoar, otherwise he'd be very close up there. Heavy thinks the jungle one was strong. It was a really well produced track. Yeah, I love that one. It just needs a little bit of a bit of mix down, but it's sick though, and really great. This one's very close as well. that's really close for me as well. Maybe would even be number 4, but I don't know. I think I still like the Basilar one. Is a little. It just feels like a little bit more like all of the elements work together nicely the whole way, you know. Honestly, this is so difficult. Anyway, I think, but I loved the vibe on No Complies Drop as well. I think it might have to be in that. It might have to be those 3. Also, sorry, I completely didn't mention about digipacks either. Yeah, that's got a sick mix down, but I want the composition to be a little bit more like flowing, like a song, like a little bit more still. But the mix down is dope on that one though. That's a really, really tight track, nice low end. Yeah, I think with you guys, you kind of helping me a bit here with the jungle choice. So I think I'm gonna have to go. It's very close. I really am struggling. I'm not even making that up, but I think I'm gonna have to go with Basilar from Colombia. Ya tu sabe. As number 3. I think. Yeah. Round of applause for Basilar. Oh, by the way, John, we have a mentorship lesson starting in 1 minute, but it's going to be 5 or 10 minutes late. But I'm almost done here, so just bear with me. But yeah, this is number 3, 100%. I will definitely feature you on a Instagram post as the number 3 track. I'll put a clip up, and yeah, we'll also get you over those free. My whole Vital collection and sample packs and everything, all the prizes that I listed before the competition. You'll definitely get all that later on today. And yeah, number 3 for me, definitely. It's got a sick mix down. The low end, the drums and everything is dope. Is absolutely dope. Now I have to make the tough decision on my top 2. Collide has come in out of nowhere from Texas, like some kind of lone ranger on his UPS horse, and he's just like sort of taking over the squad, just like, don't you know who I am? That synth that comes in as well there. This is a real toss-up now between these 2. I need to hear this one more time.
Right.
Oh my goodness, they're both so good. They're literally both absolutely sick. I think they're probably I don't know what remix competitions I did before, but I think these are probably the best 2 I've heard out of any submissions I've had ever. Oh my goodness, this is really difficult to decide now. Oh, Heavy's coming in with that full-on neuro, just loving it. He's fitting my vibe perfectly. But Collide's kind of throwing me off with this bit more classic stepper kind of feeling, which I love as well. This is really tough. I think. I think I'm leaning towards Heavy though. I think I'm leaning towards you, buddy. I think it's maybe like, to my very, very, no, I haven't said that Collide wins, so don't say it like it's a fact. I think it's very, I feel like the mid range like punches through a little bit better in Heavy's track, because the vibe, I love the vibe on both, so I'm trying to like judge it by the quality at the end here. It's a good idea to check the other parts of the tune as well though, and you've got a much longer. It's so difficult, but yeah, this one's obviously a little bit shorter. I will make a decision in just a moment. Oh my god, sorry, I'm really struggling. I might have to just like, I don't know what to do. I just don't know what to do. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to make a decision, and I'm gonna pick. I'm gonna pick Heavy as the winner for this one. It's been like literally 50-50 to 0.1%. You know, it's like, I mean, maybe I can release them both. We'll talk about it. Yeah, you know, we might have to release them both. I didn't want to do this, but it's just become so difficult. I mean, yeah, perhaps I could split the prize. I don't know. I think I'm gonna have to pick one though, because I said that I was gonna pick one, so I'm gonna pick Heavy as the overall winner. But maybe I'll talk with Collide about what we can do with that song, because it feels like it needs to be put out anyway, because it's so great. So we'll talk about that privately. But on public record, I'm gonna say Heavy is the winner, and Heavy is gonna get the remix released, and yeah, we're gonna push that out because it's an absolute banger, and it's really, really good. Like just the quality and the vibe and everything is amazing on it. It's just like really punchy as well. Absolutely love it. It's about time that Heavy wins one as well, because he's been sort of second place so many times, and then I've always felt like there was like a tiny bit missing, like in the drums or in the mix down, and in this case he smashed it. And I think the mix down is slightly better. I just love Collide's vibe, and that Collide's got this kind of vibe where, although the mix down is not quite as good, the vibe just kind of brings it up anyway, and you're still having a proper rave out to it, and you don't really care at that point because it's still like got such a nice flavour to it. So that's why it's been so tough. But mix down wise and everything, Heavy's one is a little bit better. I'm going to choose that because the vibe is like on par. I would say they're just kind of two different styles. It's like a bit of a stepper, a bit of a roller versus like a neuro banger. So I love them both, love the vibe and style of both. So I will pick Heavy because the quality is just slightly higher. So yes, that's my rambling over. Absolutely amazing. This has been so much fun. We'll definitely do something like this again. Perhaps we'll do like a feedback stream of where you just write your own tracks, and we'll do something like that again, because I love these sort of like community get together events. Like it's loads of fun for me. And yeah, but Heavy, you'll get a free 1 hour mentorship session for winning as well. And perhaps we could like tickle over some of the fine details, but as it is, I'm perfectly happy to release that as well. So that's an absolute banger that you've made there, mate. Well done. And yes, thanks everyone for watching. Really, really appreciate it. Thanks to Reebs as well for being an awesome vocalist and awesome human, and being the liveliest and loudest person in the chat all evening. And yeah, much love to all you guys. Thanks so much for all your support as well, like on Patreon as well. Yeah, really, really means a lot to me. And yeah, what a wicked community. I'm literally loving life. This is great. This is just wicked. I love doing this. I could do this forever. Just listen to music and see what you guys can come up with next. And you're just surpassing me, and I'll just be like falling behind like what's going on with all these people making absolute bangers now. So yeah, thanks a lot for watching. I must run and jump over to my last mentorship session of the week with our Texan friend John, who's in the house. Won't keep him waiting for much longer. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. It's been a pleasure. Don't do anything I wouldn't, all that stuff. Have a lovely weekend.